This is my picks and choices on what I think each drugstore brand excels in and what their downfall is or what their low point is. Starting off strong with the L'Oreal Paris. L'Oreal isn't a brand I dabbled with much, but for me, the best thing about L'Oreal Paris is the highlighters. The Glotion, it just gives you that like sparkle from within look. It's very good. High recommend, 10 out of 10. It's $11.44, but I highly recommend all the colors. And what I don't like about L'Oreal Paris is their concealers, specifically the Infallible concealer. It is too heavy and cakey for me personally. It's just too heavy. Makes it look like I have a butt ton of makeup on, which is not a look I go for, but I know other people do like that. So if that's the kind of look you strive for, I would recommend the Infallible concealer. And if not, don't. I don't like the wand that it has to it either. It's really big and bulky, and it's like not really good for like drawing fine lines of concealer if you only want a little. So that is my gripes with the Infallible concealer. Next up we have is Revlon. Revlon is a company that makeup company that I really mess with. Like, I really like Revlon. I was so surprised when I heard they were going vegan. I mean, some of my favorite lip products ever come from Revlon, because Revlon was a makeup company that I enjoy a lot, and I hope their products never get pulled from their shelves. They really do have some really nice lipsticks, and that is what I think Revlon does best, is their lipsticks, which includes this shiny gloss, the Glass Shine lipstick. I promise they will become the favorite thing in your bag. The watermelon type red shade, perfect for summer. And with their other lipsticks, they have unique shades that I really like, and they stay on for a long time, so that is another plus to them. And their best thing is also their worst thing to me, surprisingly. The glosses, I was not impressed. They are very heavy and sticky, I would say, for me. Like, they just don't do it for me. Just purple shade turns pink after a while, which is a problem with a lot of purple lipsticks that I have tried. The Revlon Super Lustrous lipstick, that's what I was talking about. How it's really heavy and sticky on your lips, contrary to the advertisement, which it says it is not. But it is, for me, in my opinion, in my personal opinion. Feel free to disagree. Maybelline. They are best in mascara for me. I often hear people praising Maybelline for two main things, really. The Fit Me foundation and the lipsticks, neither of which I think are extraordinary. Due to the lack of diversity within Maybelline products, I discourage anyone to purchase anything from Maybelline. I do have to say, though, that the Fit Me foundation is the best foundation I have ever tried personally among drugstore brands. Not comparing this to any high-end makeup, but it is the best among the drugstore brands. But like I said, their shade range is very limited, and it is not poreless as the package tries to sell you. It is very much pore. It very much shows your pores. Back on the mascara, I think their mascara is very well, like the Maybelline Sky High mascara, which also went viral, so, and for good reason. It's very good. like gives you an instant like lift. Somebody in my life thought that I had false lashes on, so that tells you everything you need to know about that right there. What Maybelline is praised for most, personally, I think is the worst thing about it, which are their lip products. The lifter gloss is not it for me. It's just not it. Like it's a good subtle color, I guess, but the color is just not giving for me. The colors just look dull. There's not a lot of difference between the colors either. And I heard somebody say this was a good dupe for the Fenty Gloss Bomb, and if it is, I do not want the Gloss Bomb, because to me it looks much better than this. Wet n Wild for me is simple, very simple, easy, not much to talk about. The best thing is the Incognito Concealer. If you get a shade 1 up from your skin, it's a very good highlighting effect. Worst is the dollar store quality brushes. Going on to e.l.f. By far for me, the best thing that comes from e.l.f. are the brow products. It is very good, low-end, cheap brow pencil, so go run and get that, along with the clear brow gel and the, like, it's double-ended. It has a mascara gel and a brow gel, so recommend those. The worst thing for me is the primers. Question mark. I say question mark because there was a lot of hype about the Hydro Grip primer, which I have never personally tried. However, I can say that this primer makes your makeup peel after a while. Very frustrated to find that out. Did it the hard way. Moving on to Neutrogena. Makeup just isn't Neutrogena's strong suit to me at all. It's more skincare for them anyway. But their best product, I would have to say, is their eyeliners. Their Smoky Kohl eyeliner is very decent. And their worst, I could definitely say, is their concealer. The best way I can describe the concealer is like a crayon on your skin. Just no. CoverGirl. I don't recommend supporting CoverGirl due to their lack of inclusivity, just like Maybelline. But here is what I think they excel in. Definitely mascara. I recommend every single, well, I don't recommend, but every single CoverGirl mascara I have ever tried did not let me down. And again, I made these purchases not knowing how much of a scummy brand CoverGirl is, in my opinion. The worst is their foundation. For the reason I stated before, their lack of inclusivity. And if that wasn't enough, they falsely advertise the darker shades on their site. It is not really that dark, so I'm sorry to all the dark skin girls who bought that thinking they found their shade, because they did not, and this video by Gloria proves it. Lodi. It is hard to pick what my favorite and the worst thing is out of Lodi, because Lodi is definitely my bias when it comes to drugstore makeup. Lodi's makeup, they just have so many good quality top tier products. Almost everything in Lodi's lineup is really good and well made, and I also just love their packaging. It's not like you're not paying for the packaging, but it's also not basic. I mean, okay, the best thing in Lodi, in my opinion, which was a hard decision to come up with, is their setting spray. The Lodi London 100% vegan Balm Dew and Glow setting spray, which varies in price as I'm looking at on their site. It is $7.48. No matter how much powder you put on, you spray this and you're good. You're dewy now. And it lasts for a while, which a lot of setting sprays, dewy setting sprays typically don't, but it does give you like a really nice glow. And worst, which again was a hard decision to come by, because this product, if you use it right, isn't even, it's not that bad, is the freckle tint, I would say. I did recommend this in my e-girl video, because the reason I'm putting it as the worst is if you use it alone, it does peel. But if you put powder on it, it takes care of the problem right away. But that's the thing about this one, that it does heal. And I actually I saw NYX in the drugstore, but like I never considered NYX a drugstore brand because they seem to have like a lot of high-end things too. But yeah, NYX is a drugstore brand apparently. And the best thing I would say NYX has is their contour. A lot of drugstore contour sticks sucks. The Wonder Contour Stick and Highlighter, top tier for drugstore at least, because like I said, drugstore doesn't like have barely anything. I mean, when it comes to contour, it's like the only contour stick I can really come by in drugstore, and the highlighter isn't even that good. Like I really only use the contour side of the stick because the highlighter is very mid. The worst thing about NYX, I would have to say, is the eyeshadow, specifically their pressed pigments. I despise the way they put the eyeshadow and the pressed pigments all in the same palette. This palette is like some of them are pressed pigments and some of them are eyeshadows, and only the eyeshadows are safe to use on your eyes. But they have it all jumbled up in the palette. Like it shows you at on the bottom, but like they're all mixed up, and it's really easy to forget, like, oh, you're not supposed to put these on your eyes. So I'm like, okay. I mean, you read it and you're like, okay, what's the worst thing that can happen if I put them on the eyes? They will stain your eyes. That is the worst thing that can happen. They will stain your eyes. I repeat, ladies and gentlemen, this will stain your eyes. And it's really annoying because people will be looking at you like you have pink eye. Talking from experience, don't use these on your eyes. Save the trouble. Actually, just save the trouble and go get a different colorful eyeshadow. They're not that hard to come by. There's better colorful eyeshadow palettes out there. You don't need the trouble with this one, with the half eyeshadow and half pressed pigments. Those were my picks on my favorite and the least favorite products from each of these companies, drugstore brands. If I missed any, let me know. If you disagree, let me know in the comment section below. I always love to hear other people's point of view, and it's really interesting to me, especially when two people like when they think a product's so good but somebody else thinks that a product is so bad. Like, where did it go wrong? What is going on? Is it their skin type, or is it just the color on that specific person? Like, why do you not like this? Why did this product work so good for you but feel so bad for me? So I always think that's really interesting to hear different people's point of views and perspectives when it comes to makeup. So, with that being said, start a discussion. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a nice rest of your day or night, whatever time it is for you.